Hi everyone, this is Sunny and I have 5 piles for you guys to choose from. This is a yes or no pick a card and this is going to be a crush reading. So whether your crush will ask you out is the question. So from left to right I have pile 1, 2, 3, and 4 and then 5. So stop the video if you feel like you need more time. Otherwise skip to the timestamp in the description and I'll see you at your pile of choice or choices. So the first pile, will your crush why did I say crush? Will your crush ask you out? You guys have the 6 of Wands upright. This is a yes. I feel you're very ecstatic, or this person feels good about asking you out. They feel like they can, not that they want to parade you over, but it feels like you guys could feel like they want to be publicly seen with you, so they get appraised, or they want to praise you in a public setting so people can be like, wow. So it feels like they want to hear that they're successful, or they're wowing people, or they give that statusy kind of vibe because they're around you. But again, each person's different. That's what I get for this vibe. You do with that information what you will, whether you take that as a positive connotation or a negative one. But yes, this person would like to be seen with you and would like to ask you out. So pretty short, right? So the next one, I'm gonna move these. There you go. Okay, pile number 2. Will your crush ask you out? You guys have the 6 of Pentacles reversed. This is a no. Your crush will not ask you out on a date. I think they're more focused on themselves and how they can provide, not like a service to themselves, but like more like self-care of like, I want to be stingy with my time and not share myself with others. I want to just focus on me. It feels more like they enjoy being a little bit more independent or more to themselves in the aspect of not having to care for others' emotions. It feels like there's someone I don't want to say arrogant, because that's not the word I'm trying to say. It's not the connotation in this card. It just feels like, how can I say? It feels like this person doesn't want to be as generous with their time and efforts for others to receive that. It just feels like they want to keep that to themselves. They're not as considerate in this moment in time. So do with that what you will. I think that information can be more specific to you if you add your own message to you, because you're more than always welcome. You're more than always welcome to stare at the cards and actually get a message for yourself. So the next pile number 3. I should start to try and center these more every time I go over one. Pile number 3, you guys have the Death card reversed. This is a no for you. Your crush will not ask you out on a date. I think they're going through a lot of inner transformation right now. They're really focused on, I think, their psychological aspects. No, their psyche, there you go. It's the same thing, but I think I just poorly worded it. They're more focused on their psyche and how they are transforming that. Maybe they're focusing on how they can have better mentality about themselves, or working through their own trauma, working through their own issues. It just feels like there's some change in them, and it had to be done. It was kind of boiling up for a while. Nobody else can see this, but I don't think you can necessarily think about it too much either, because only they know what's going on inside and what's eating at them. But it does feel that they're manifesting a different kind of perspective for themselves, and it feels more like they're on a healing journey in this moment. But that's why it's a no. They're not really focused on love coming from an outside source. They're gonna kind of have to work on that, so that they can, if they learn how to, I guess, work through how to self-love, then they can receive that love at some point in their life in the near future when they're ready. But it doesn't feel like they're open for love in this moment. So the next one, pile number 4. You guys have the 10 of Swords reversed. This is a no, pile number 4. Your crush will not ask you out on a date. you can get your own message from this, but this is a no. So you can exit out if you don't want to hear the rest. But the reason why your crush would not ask you on a date, it feels like they're wanting to start, like they want to turn a new leaf. They're finally getting out of this heaviness. I feel like they had a lot of baggage, a lot of things that maybe they were backstabbed, maybe they were betrayed, whether it's friendships or lovers or family. It just feels like they couldn't trust the people around them, and that's the reason why they just can't look at love right now in that aspect. Even though they're turning, like, there's still kind of something that they're turning from like a dark night of the soul to like a bright night of the soul. Oh, that's not how they're turning that darkness into light, and they're transforming that. But it does feel like they're taking their time to kind of consider the fact that they need to learn to retrust in people and themselves, because they were misled a lot and they had a lot of repercussions because of it. I think they learned that they were on the ground, like their mental space has been not great for quite some time, and it feels like they finally got a hold of things. And even if they do like you and you know them and you kind of know, it does feel like right now they kind of have to learn to kind of be by themselves for a bit more before they can enter that space. There's someone who, it just feels like they're the people who ended up being trampled, or like nobody took them into consideration. They just kept piling at their plate. It's like, oh, you can have another sword. Here, have another sword. So it feels like they had a lot of pain. They have a lot of anguish. That emotional space is very much linked to that mental space, and they need to unravel what's been there for a while. And they know it, but it does feel like there's someone that's ready to walk a different path and get themselves in a different place, a healthier place, but it doesn't necessarily always mean that it's with you, if that makes sense. But take what resonates. Again, this person, if in fact they do like you, and you can learn to wait and allow them to explore themselves to be in a happier place, a more self-protective space as well. I just feel like they would put up boundaries, but they're ready to start anew, but probably not in this love perspective yet. So the next card, the last card we have, is pile number 5. You guys have the 5 of Swords upright, so this is a yes, but I feel like this is a yes, they would ask you out, but I feel that it can play with ever energy in the sense of like either they had to put themselves in like not in a public space, but they had to kind of put themselves out there to let themselves know that they were interested in you, because I think that they can tell that you are someone that's coveted, and they had to know that like, hey, I'm out here. Look at me. I'm fighting for your affection. I'm fighting for your love. Like, I can compete. I have no issue. But it does feel like there's someone that was ready for that fight. Because they do think you're attractive. They do feel like you're very pretty or very handsome, whoever you are. But it does feel that they have to show some interest, and they put themselves out there, and they were going to fight the competition out until it needed to be done. So they were triumphant. I think that's how you say it. Triumphant, yeah. They were triumphant, but it's up to you to decide whether you are interested in them, of course. And you're the person who also has a say in this. But it does feel like there's someone who, even though, like, it just feels for me that they're the person who's holding onto the swords on this one and not this one. Because it could also be someone who admitted that they failed and they lost. But this is a positive yes. So I'm assuming that, yes, they succeeded in this, but it caused a lot of wounds. It was a lot. It took a toll on their mental health, maybe. They had to argue maybe with people, men or women, to get to your heart. But yes, this is a positive yes. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for listening and watching my video. I appreciate it. I appreciate all my subscribers. It's been a while since I've thank you guys. So thank y'all for watching and have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. So bye-bye, everybody.